was working at a university, at Birzeit University, and I went as a journalist to cover student elections. And then quite randomly, the guy I was with told me we should go and get some information from this office where they used to run a campaign for the Right to Education campaign for Palestinian students who are arrested and oppressed by Israel.
So at the time I was coordinating this project, and I didn't normally talk to journalists. My boss was normally the person who did, but that day he was away, and so it just so happened that he ended up interviewing me.
I interviewed her, and then we never met again for a good 4 years.
4 years later, I was working in Jordan at a children's rights organization, and I was on the interview panel for this job which Karl had applied for, which was the regional media manager job. And he walked into the interview and he just completely nailed it, because he's just generally very good at his profession and what he does. And immediately, like everyone on the panel, the other panelists were much more senior than me, and immediately they were like, we found our guy. We ended up working together. We were colleagues at work. We were part of the same team. We sat next to each other at work for about a year and a half. And during that time, we just became really, really close friends. And Karl was really, he became the first person that I would tell about stuff that happened to me. Even when he traveled, we would still be in touch on Skype.
We used to go out on hikes
with Marx, Karl's dog, and it was in this park, nothing out of the ordinary. And then suddenly, like, Karl got out this picnic and we were just chatting, and he kind of looked at me and said, has it ever occurred to you that we should be together?
We I think, both fell for each other, but it took her long to understand and realize, so I had to be patient. After a few months of back and forth, she finally opened her eyes to the obvious fact that we should be together. And here we are.
And eventually I realized that if I didn't follow my heart, I would be losing the best thing to ever happen to me.